Hello everyone, I'm Herin Kim, the principal investigator of the study of the impact of learning styles on intercultural learning outcomes. I present you the preliminary findings on the work funded by CILMAR Seed Grant in 2021. So why we care about learning styles? According to Joy and Cobbs 2009, understanding students' preferred learning styles can positively impact the efficacy of pedagogical interventions to enhance intercultural learning. Another researcher, Master 2006, he also mentioned that learning style is a biologically and developmentally determined set of personal characteristics that make the identical instruction effective for some students and ineffective for others. And also, as far as I know, there's little research on understanding an individual learner's learning styles on developing intercultural competency. In order to understand the interaction between learning style and intercultural learning, this project compared Korean language learners' learning style with their intercultural learning outcomes as communicated by them in pre-reflection paper and post-reflection paper during a semester-long Korean course. The first research question was if any differences existed in the intercultural outcomes among diverse types of learners as defined by Cobb's learning style. The second research question was, how do students of different learning styles describe their awareness of cultural difference, and how does it affect them? Now let's look at the demographics of our participants. The data of 34 students who completed Cobb's Learning Style Survey and submitted both pre-reflection paper and post-reflection papers were counted and analyzed. 32.3% of the participants were male and 67.6% were female. Among four learning styles, 29.4% of the participants were activists, 55.9% of the participants were reflector, 11.8% were theorists, 0.3% was pragmatist. Honey and Mumford's variation of learning styles on the Cobb's original learning cycle was used for this study to understand the general learning tendencies rather than to know how people learn. Among four categories of learning styles, the study found 10 activists, 19 reflectors, 4 theorists, and 1 pragmatist among the participants. So there are many different models for how people learn. Honey and Mumford have built on Cobb's model using more everyday language. The Honey Mumford learning styles and the corresponding Cobb's learning cycle are like that. Activist equals accommodating. Reflector is more likely to be diverging. Theorist, assimilating. Pragmatist, converging. Two writers quoted cultural self-awareness, knowledge of cultural worldview framework, and curiosity of participants' pre-reflection papers and post-reflection papers using intercultural knowledge and competence value rubric. For statistics, the general linear model was used to achieve the practical goals of this study. Now let's take a look at our preliminary findings from knowledge of self-awareness measures. On self-awareness of pre-reflection papers, theorists received the highest scores, and the activists, reflectors, and pragmatics ranked after theorists respectively. However, on the post-reflection paper, activists got the highest scores, then came theorists, reflectors, and pragmatics, respectively. On the worldview of reflection paper, theorists got the highest scores, and activists, pragmatics, and reflectors ranked respectively. However, on their post-reflection papers, in descending score order, activists received the highest score, then reflectors, theorists, and pragmatics. On curiosity of pre-reflection paper, the highest scores were given to theorists and then ranked the activists, reflectors, and pragmatics, respectively. However, the lowest score for curiosity in the post-reflection paper were given to both theorists and pragmatists. The highest scores were given to activists and then theorists. Participants who were in the activist and reflector categories showed improvement in all three areas of intercultural competence, such as self-awareness, worldview, and curiosity. Participants who were in the theorist category did not describe intercultural competence in detail on the post-reflection paper, so their scores on self-awareness, worldview, and curiosity were lower in post-reflection paper than pre-reflection paper. There are no statistically significant group differences in intercultural competence. Let's talk about conclusion. The differences of intercultural competence among groups are not statistically significant in pre- and post-reflection papers, but considering each individual preferred learning styles may enable learners to maximize their learning gain if an educator continues to consider students' different learning styles. Now I'd like to move on to limitation of this study. First, data of only beginning level of Korean courses were analyzed. Second, only one pragmatist among four different learning styles. The data from the only one pragmatist cannot represent the whole group of pragmatists. Last, data analysis is still in progress. I aim to analyze students' improvement on intercultural competence as they continue to take Korean courses up to Korean 2-2, which is Korean level 4. Once the data analysis is complete, findings will be shared again. Thank you for listening. If you have any question you'd like to ask, please let me know. I'll be very happy to answer them. Thank you.